from New York City, it's the Wendy Williams Show. Now, here's Wendy.
Thank you for watching our show today. Say hello to my co-host, my studio audience. They also work here. And my virtual audience at home. I'm doing okay. Let's get started. It's time for some fun. To get to. The first thing I wanted to say, and it's always something strange when the crew, not the staff is different. The crew, they lift stuff, like they're strong, they do the cameras and stuff. 3 crew members said to me, wow, I really like your dress. They said, wow, I really like it. It's a combination of being an old woman's dress and a dress for a fresh-faced girl. Okay. The designer's name is Temperley. Like temper and then L-Y. It's from London. One of you Wendy watchers got this dress and sent it to me. Didn't make it. Yeah. And Willie, who's head of wardrobe, had it in wardrobe for a very, very long time. And he kept hanging it in my try-on area. And I kept looking at it like, I'm not wearing that. First of all, there's no stretch. Second of all, it looked old. And third of all, it was like knickers. So, whoa. And here's what my dear Willie did. He tricked me again. Willie cut the knickers and used the extra material to make it a dress. And I always tell you this, like when you see something at the store, if you really like it, if you're not talented like Willie is, and sometimes like I am, I know how to do stuff too, then take it to your seamstress and make it something new. So, because the knickers looked crazy. But the dress looks really nice, and the belt comes with it. Anyway, Fat Joe's here today. I'm really excited. Well, he's not here. He's on the virtual, but he's my friend. I like him a whole lot. Anyway, did you hear about... Uh-oh, who's coughing? Did you hear about the 12-year-old boy who took his girl cousin for a 5-hour joyride? Yo, I mean, not yo. They drove from Queens, New York, all the way through the city, through Jersey, to Delaware, to the state line. Here's how far they drove. It took them 5.5 hours to get there. A 12-year-old driving the Range Rover, and the 7-year-old cousin. Now, apparently, there's some sort of challenge online, and I don't advise anybody doing this. It's see how far you can drive before you run out of gas. Now, see, if you watch Seinfeld like I watched Seinfeld, there was an episode of Seinfeld where Kramer took Jerry's BMW with the salesman in the BMW. Right. And this was done back in like the 80s.
He wants to coast in.
Yes, yes. He wanted to coast back into the car dealership on nothing. Anyway, so when the state trooper spotted the boy and his cousin, the boy sped off. He drove even faster. I don't know how tall you were when you were 12, but I could have moved the seat up and been driving. And I don't know what you looked like when you were 7, but it could have looked like a sister and a brother or, you know, something like that. Anyway, later on, they found the boy and the cousin safe at a rest stop. Because why? The boy wanted to buy cookies, and he used his mom's credit card to buy the cookies. And so they tracked him down via the credit card. Here's my advice. Parents, hide everything. When you go in the bathroom, even for a moment, take your computer, take your phone, take the car keys. Take their computer, take their phone, take their car keys. But biggest of all, I was the only one in our morning meeting who said, you know, there should be some punishment, not for the parents, because all of the neighbors, this is the finest family in the neighborhood. The parents don't let them ride their bikes past this point or this point. They're a great family. This is a nice place. I'm shocked. So I don't think the parents should be punished. The mom was in the shower and the boy took the challenge, but I do think that the boy and his cousin need to do some heavy-duty community service. Like, right now, people are putting up their Christmas decorations. I think that that boy and his cousin need to be involved in untangling the lights. And also, the houses, I said houses. The several houses in the neighborhood that they do this for, help set up, they need to go back and help bring them back down. And neatly put them in a bag, go down to the basement, put them in the corner, and I think that then lesson will be served. You know. Shout out to Chuck Chillout. Clap if you know who Chuck Chillout is. I was gonna say not you. I know you know. I was so exhausted from yesterday and all of our... Oh, this is what I wanted to tell you. I forgot to tell you. If it weren't for my pets, I don't know what I... Like, animals, whether you rescue them, I don't advise buying them, you know, like $15,000 for a dog or a cat or something like that. But my animals have been such, chit-chat in my way, they have been such a comfort to me. Like honestly, like for real. Uh-huh. It's like they know me, you know. Anyway, that's enough of that. Anyway, so I woke up at like, I went to bed at like 8:30 at night. I was asleep. I saw nothing. And I woke up at like 2 o'clock in the morning, you know. And I looked at my phone. Everybody always looks at their phone 2 o'clock in the morning, you know. And I saw a message from Lunel, saying, you know, I'm strong, like, damn, I'm strong. And then a message from Byron Pitts. He's, you know, on ABC. He's like a geeky black guy who knows a whole lot of stuff. No, he and I are friends. I'm just trying to describe to you. And then there was a message from Rita Ewing, the ex-Mrs. Patrick Ewing. Yeah, she and I are friends.
Nice. I didn't
Yeah. Uh-huh. Home court advantage. You know the book. And there was a message from Chuck Chillout. Oh, and Dr. Oz too, but he always messaged, hi. Chuck Chillout. I haven't seen Chuck Chillout since back in the day. He and I are age appropriate. He's someplace between 56 and maybe 61. Chuck, I hope I'm not insulting you, but I'm just saying. So, and I asked Chuck how he got my telephone number. I wasn't mad at him, but I asked him. And he said, well, Funk Flex gave it to me because he's worried about you. He said you're in a really bad state. Yeah, uh-huh. I was like, oh, is that a fact? Is that a fact? No, Flex, you know I told you, you and I will be friends to the death. But you know what I'm saying? He gave Chuck my number, and Chuck is in a panic on the phone. I'm like, what? I don't think so. So good morning, Chuck. Flex, you better stop. And by the way, he was extremely polite, although I'm very good at reading between the lines about all that lipo womanly suction you got. Now, let's talk about somebody that we really like. Over the weekend, Tiana Taylor said that she's retiring from music, and I've been trying to get to you with this story, but something always happens here on the show, and then I have to save it for the next day, and then the next day. So she said she was sick of being underappreciated by her record label. Now, she's signed to Def Jam, Good Music, Kanye West.
Correct.
So they're all like in one thing. Take a look at what Tiana says, and then I'm going to tell you why I'm Team Tiana.
I constantly feel alone. I constantly feel unappreciated. I constantly feel failed. You know what I'm saying? Like, because there's literally no push. It's a little tiny bit selfish to say, well, what about your fans? Do it for your fans, baby. I got to do it for my mental health. I have to do it for my emotional health. I have to do it for my kids so I can stay alive for my kids. You get what I'm saying? Like, and until I'm free, until I can get them to release me, yes, I want to retire. I don't want to do this anymore.
So her fans, and she's got a big fan base of regular people, but what a lot of times regular people don't understand is that she's telling the truth. You know, they don't promote her the way she should be promoted. You know how she gets promotion? By coming on the Wendy show, and you all hoop and holler and you love her. She gets promotion by putting out that song, AP...
WTP.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Which was a good old song.
That was a good song.
But it didn't get promotion, and then our girl Cardi put out WAP, and that became a huge hit. But that's because Cardi is pushed by her machine, and she is her machine as well. And by the way, Cardi and Tiana are very good friends. There is no beef going on. And damn, Cardi looks different every time I see her. Look at her there. Uh-huh. She looks great. But back to Tiana. Tiana, the problem is that these men are not going to release you. You know why? Because as soon as you get released, you're going to sell more music than you ever have in your life, because your promotion is going to be what young people do. She's 29 years old. You know, she's got a couple of kids. She's still married to Sumter.
Amon Shumpert.
Amon Shumpter. I'm sorry, Amon. He plays for the Brooklyn Nets, and he's not a star player, but he does play a little each game. You know what I mean? He's not quite Croy, but he's not a journeyman. Would that be correct? Who watches basketball?
Anyone?
Rambo?
At this point, he's a journeyman, but he's a filling guy now, sixth man.
No, he doesn't play on the Sixers. He plays on...
Sixth man. He plays off the bench.
And his name is not Larry. Larry is in the Crossroads old cameraman here. That's Rambo. Anyway, the thing is that they've got a beautiful family. Tiana wants to continue still. She's very talented. You know, we all met her during my Super Sweet 16. And I guess we thought she was going to turn out to be this jerky, spoiled kid. But she is talented, and she keeps herself together from head to toe. And she wants to continue behind the scenes. She wants to direct. And she also wants to grab artists that want to be artists and direct your video and help you put your music out. In other words, she wants to be the girl behind the scenes until she can get released and do stuff. And I'm here for that. You know, not all men, but some men are so stupid that what they would rather do is just hold on to a talented girl. You know what I mean? So that she doesn't get out there and really do what they know she can do. And she's only 29. If you take off 3 years from actually putting out music and sue them or do whatever you have to get out of your contract, we're here for you in 3 years. We're here. Okay. Willie has done it again. No, look, it's not just the dress. It's that he found out more information than any other show on the universe regarding Cardi B's bag. Now, you've heard this story already. I've been running out of time, but today I actually found out more to the story, and so the story is even bigger. Now, Cardi's been catching a lot of flack because she posted to her followers, should I spend $88,000 for this damn purse? OMG, it's tempting. Well, she didn't show a picture of the purse there, and so fans were like, excuse me, what planet do you live on? There's a pandemic, people are starving, people are losing jobs, and here you are bragging that you have $89,000 to spend on a bag. Who are you? They went all the way in on her. And at first I said to myself, oh, why'd she do that? She knows people are starving. But Cardi's got a sweet heart, and Cardi gives away a lot of cash money as well as hood love to people who normally wouldn't have a job, but maybe they grew up down the street from her, and come on, tour with me, and I'll make up a job for you, and I'll give you a paycheck, and you'll be able to then file your taxes one day and buy a house. And she's got a good heart. I still think she shouldn't have posted the bag. Okay, here's the bag. Okay. It is an Hermes bag. There's no lock involved. It was made in 2005. Anything over 10 years is considered a collector's piece in the fashion world. It was made in 2005, limited edition, designed by Jean Paul Gaultier. It's not just rare, it's rare. And so, I like fashion, I like bags, $89,000 is a steal for a bag with such lineage. Secretly speaking, Cardi, you should buy the bag. You can afford it. But just don't talk about it. Like you can't talk about it. And she challenged her haters and her lovers to match donations or to show receipts that they've donated, whether it's $1, $5, or $100 to any organization around the world. And she says that she will match their donation. She's a good girl. She's a good girl. She just doesn't live on the same planet as us. And I mean that in a good way. Bobby Brown is here today. No, the makeup Bobby Brown. Yeah, Morel did all Bobby Brown stuff. Jasmine didn't give me a part because she wants me to do all this. Mario Lopez, I love this entire show. We love Mario Lopez. So, Mario, you might have heard about this, maybe not. He is playing Colonel Sanders in a short movie that, in my opinion, needs to be the full 2 hours. So, here's the post. Okay, that's just an advertisement. And you don't really realize it's Colonel Sanders. You just think it's a man from the South. Until you see the clip or the trailer. Take a look.
I think I'm falling for the new chef.
Jessica is falling for Harlan.
The cook? Leave Jessica alone and skip town.
He has a secret recipe that's going to change the world.
Harlan claims to have some secret recipe.
A secret recipe?
Mom, I have to tell you something.
We have a problem.
Secret's out, chicken man. I'll take care of this. Ruining everything! Just kill him already! Who the hell are you?
Harlan Sanders, the new chef.
Mario Lopez is Colonel Sanders in a recipe for seduction.
15 minutes at noontime on Sunday or Saturday on Lifetime. Sunday? Mm-hmm. Sunday at noon on Lifetime, but it's only 15 minutes. I say, look, I'm going to start the petition. All right. And I'm going to pay. We should start a petition.
Absolutely.
Don't we need this to be 2 hours?
We need this.
And then
nice.
we need it to turn into a series.
Right.
Lifetime says this is a real thing. This is not a joke. They partnered with KFC, and this is their first costume branded content. In other words, he's, an actor that we know, a costume. I love this. I think this is smart for Lifetime. I think this is smart for KFC, and I think I know what I need sent over to the apartment for the premiere of what's it called? Oh, Wendy Williams, the movie.
Yeah.
He has so much success in his life, and now he's just having fun with it. He can laugh with himself. He can laugh at himself. We laugh with him. He doesn't make fun of us. We love you, Mario Lopez. Hi, Mrs. Lopez. Hi, Mario's mother.